Hey, welcome back to my channel. It is your girlfriend D, and I am back with a bookish vlog. I don't really know what this bookish vlog is gonna be about. I'm just vibing. This is gonna be a really vibey bookish vlog. We're just gonna do bookish things. I'm gonna read, I'm gonna talk about books, I'm just gonna do book stuff. I'm not going to stick to a particular book in this video because I'm reading like multiple. I'm reading 3 books. It's the beginning of June and I'm already tapping into my June's TBR. You're gonna hear baby boy in the background. I do apologize, but I got a package and I wanted to show you guys this package. I was contacted by the author Lakeisha Johnson, and she's seen my thread where I was inviting people to my in-person local book club. If you guys don't know, I've literally stepped out there, posted on threads about meeting in person to read Can't Get Enough by Kennedy Ryan. And the same way I plan to do coffee and chat with my virtual book club, I'm going to do coffee and chat with my in-person book club. So far I've had like 35 people to RSVP. I don't foresee everybody coming, but if I can get 5 of those 35 to show up, then I'll be happy. But she seen me advertising or promoting my in-person book club, and she reached out to me asking, can she sent some books for my book club to read. Now I told her that we will be picking books as a club. However, she could send the books to me to read. And y'all, I didn't know she was gonna send me all of these books. Like, I literally thought she was only gonna send me 1 book, but she ended up sending me 4. She says these are Christian fiction. She is an indie author, and again, her name is Lakeisha Johnson. So she sent me 4 books. The first one she sent was The Family That Lies, Forsaken by Grace, Saved by Mercy. That's it. And it looks like she did a 2 authors wrote this one. So her, Lakeisha Johnson, and then a LaQuisha Rucker. And the books are thick, but the words are kind of big, so it looks like they will be quick, fun reads. I don't know. The cover is giving drama, family drama, and I'm very intrigued. I already read the synopsis for this one, and I'm like, yeah. And so with each book, she just sent her business card with all of her books on there, which are available on Amazon and Kindle Unlimited, and she has tons of books, literally. But these are her gift, her bookmarks, which are so super cute, and her bookmarks also have the titles on them. So I'm so super excited to read this. She says, creator of Christian fiction books and journals on topics of faith, hope, grief, marriage, fasting, prayer, and restoration, and God's love. So super excited. Okay, so yes, so that's the first book. The second one is called Behind Closed Doors. So it's giving something is going on in his marriage. But I just wanted to show you guys, like, look at the font. So the font is pretty big. So the books look thick, but the font is pretty big, so definitely get through these books. So this one looks really good. Like I said, it's giving drama, and I'm here for it. Okay, it's Christian fiction, but it's giving drama. Like, when I think Christian fiction and I say I want to read Christian fiction, I'm thinking Greenleaf. Okay, I absolutely love Greenleaf. I watch it as a comfort show because I've already watched it multiple times, but I think Greenleaf when I think Christian fiction. So these titles is giving Greenleaf, so I can't wait and see. So let me grab the others. And this one is called What Did You Vow? Now, this is books 1 through 3, so this is 3 books in one. So I'm guessing like 3 novellas. So this book bundle has the following: book number 1, To Have and to Hold; book number 2, For Better and for Worse; and book number 3, For Richer and for Poorer. So it's in this mini series. So it's a 3-book mini series. And y'all, these covers are so super dope. Like, I really like them. And I'm just so excited to read these books. And then the last one she gifted me was The Pastor's Admin and His Secrets or Her Sanity. Y'all, this... this is giving drama for sure. I bet you he's sleeping with his admin. I bet you he is. So yeah, these appear to be some quick reads. We got some multiple point of views in here. We got some dialogue in here. And then she got some goodies too. So she got like this pen, which it says, oops, I just dropped it. It says, thank you for supporting. So I just put this on my tote bag because I've been adding like little pins like this on my tote bag. And then she has stickers with her name, Lakeisha the author. So yeah, 4 books. And I'm excited. I'm excited. I don't know which one to start first. I think I'm just going to go in release order. And if I go in release order, then I'll be starting this one first. Now, I did tell her I'm not sure if I'll be able to read them this month, but I'm definitely going to be incorporating them into my TBR this summer. So I can just start incorporating, you know, 1 book starting in July. But I'm trying to minimize my TBRs going forward because I got a lot of stuff coming up and I'm getting ready to do, I'm getting ready to change a lot of things. Like, I'm finna shift some things really, really soon. And I don't know how much reading I'm going to be able to get done. Now, I did set a reading goal of 50 books and I've already met that goal. But I'm thinking, I don't know. But I'm just gonna, I don't put pressure on myself. I naturally read 8 to 10 books a month, simply because I incorporate audiobooks as well. But I'm not going to, I don't plan to read as many books as I've been reading, but who knows? Because if I'm just in a mood, and it's a habit for me to like pick up a book and read a book. I don't know how audiobooks are gonna go though, because I might not be able to listen to them as much as I am currently listening to them. So that's another reason why I feel like my TBRs are gonna start being a little bit shorter in the books that I read. And with that being said, I'm also thinking about just giving my star ratings and everything in my videos as well, instead of doing monthly wrap-ups, because my monthly wrap-ups may not be long. So I'm thinking about like just giving my star ratings. And I know I've been talking about this very often, but because I know some stuff is getting ready to change for me, I think it'd be best for me to just go ahead, rate and review my books as I read them in my vlogs. But yeah, so I just want to come and kick off the vlog. Currently I am reading my book club pick for the month, which is Can't Get Enough by Kennedy Ryan, the 3rd and final book in the Skyland series. You guys know it dropped last month in May, so I'm currently reading it. I have the ebook and I have the physical copy as well. It's in my book bag. So I did start the prologue for this while I was at work. And then I'm also reading Together, which is the companion novel to Pretty by Keith Miller Jr. I started that one when I was en route to Atlanta for the Black Romance Book Fest. And then I read some more on my way back. So I think I'm about 200 pages in, maybe less, maybe 170 pages in. It is a 400-page book. So that one is due back to the library really, really soon. So I'm going to try to tackle both of those. I've also started Oathbound by Tracy Dion, because I did finish Bloodmark. And so I am listening to Oathbound via audio. And yeah, so that's where I am as far as reading goes. I don't know what I'm gonna be reading in this video, but whatever I read, I'll come back and just chit chat with you guys about it. So yeah, just welcome to the vlog. Y'all let me know what y'all are currently reading down in the comments. The day that you're watching this, how is your day? How are you guys doing? How are you guys feeling? I hope everybody is doing well. And when I got something else to talk about bookish, I'll be back. Y'all, it is officially hot, like it's summertime outside. My car currently says 94 degrees and it's hot as hell. If you're new here, I absolutely hate summer. Summer is not my favorite, so I'm going to be complaining the entire time that it's hot in the south, which means I'm going to be complaining until October. Sorry about that. Like, I'm just sorry. But anyway, I want to come and give you guys some reading updates. So like I said, I am reading Together, which is the companion novel to Pretty, and it is a continuation to Pretty. So it basically did pick up where it left off. So I really cannot give you guys any synopsis for this. What I can say is I am officially on part 2 of the book. Not even 50% in yet, probably 40%, because when I checked this morning I was about 35% in. I just read 2 chapters. The chapters are long in this one, just like it was in the other one, but some stuff just popped off, so the story is getting really juicy now. So I'm excited to continue to read that one. I have not picked that book up since Sunday, so today is Wednesday, so I wanted to get a little bit of that in, because I am also reading my book club pick, which is Can't Get Enough by Kennedy Ryan. I think I'm about 32% into that one. I'm reading it both with my in-person book club and my virtual book club over on Fable. Link is in the description. Very good so far, very good. I'm really enjoying it. I still haven't really picked up on what type of person Hendrix is. Like, I know she is the rich auntie, no kids by choice, like I know that, but I remember when everybody was reading the arc, some people were complaining, like there was a lot of mixed reviews. A lot of people were saying they did not get the Hendrix that we were introduced to in the other 2 books. And so far I can't really gauge what type of character she is. Like, I know she's a rich auntie and she works and but she kind of reminds me of Banner from Blockshot, which is the Hoop series that Kennedy Ryan wrote. Very goal oriented, very much about her money, a go-getter for sure. So yeah, she's definitely reminding me of Banner from Hookshot, which is book number 2 in the Hoop series. Yeah, so it's pretty good. It's giving it's giving what it should give. Okay, it's making me want to continue reading. I've been reading it all week. I fell asleep reading it in bed last night. I am still very much tired from the Black Romance Book Festival weekend, because the weekend was just very long and packed with things. And when I got home on Sunday, I had tons of stuff that I needed to do to prep for the work week and prep baby boy for daycare. Baby girl is currently on summer break, so I'm just still very tired. But really quick, because I need to go back in for my lunch break, I am reading Oathbound, and I'm listening to it via audiobook. And y'all, I've been listening to it for 2.5 hours. Tell me why that 2.5 hours was just the prologue. It was just the prologue. I was working and I'm listening to it, because I try to listen to it either while I'm on the treadmill doing cardio, and I'm trying to listen to it when I'm prepping as soon as I get to work in the morning, just to knock something out every day. And I'm listening, and then it said part 1, chapter 1. I look down and I say, I'm 9% into this book, 2 hours and 30 minutes into this book, and this is the prologue. It might be a softie enough, because the time that I had to read this book is the time that I gave to the prologue, and I ain't got no more time. am still reading Can't Get Enough by Kennedy Ryan. I'm 80% in, so the plan is to finish this book out today. I'm reading with both of my book clubs, virtually and the in-person book club that I have that's going to be meeting on the 21st. So the conversation with both book clubs has been very, very good. Now with the in-person book club, we're not really discussing a book. We're just discussing how we're feeling about it. And we're not going into details because we want to save details for when we finally meet in person. But the conversation over on Fable has been very good. I think this has been the most people I've had to join the club on a monthly read, and I'm super excited about that. But this book has been very, very good. I'm so happy that I did not read the ARC when I got it, because I did get the ARC for Can't Get Enough, but because there were so many mixed reviews out there, I just had to give it time, like, to die down. Like, when the reviews are so mixed and everybody is forming an opinion, it's kind of hard for me to just jump in and read and form my own opinion as well. I have others' opinions still stuck off in my head, and so I don't want other people's opinions on how they felt about the book to deter mine. And I'm so happy I waited until it just released, because I'm enjoying it. It's really good. I know a lot of people was complaining about Hendrix's character, saying she is not who we thought she would be when we were introduced to her in the other two books. I am not picking that up. Like, I'm not picking up she's something other than what we were introduced. I'm not getting like the hot girl summer or anything like that. And I think it's because of the situation she's in. Her mother is sick, so she doesn't really have time to be, quote unquote, a hot girl. She has to concentrate on work and taking care of her mom. So I think I've seen Raina say we're just seeing an additional side to her, and I totally agree with Raina over at Raina Swan. When she read and reviewed the ARC, she was like, we're just seeing an additional side of her. Like, I feel like everybody can be fun, but then when it's time to be serious, you have to be serious. And I think Kennedy Ryan gave us the serious Hendrix in this story. Now, when it comes to the romance side of things, Maverick, he's that guy. He is that guy. I really, really like Maverick because he knows exactly what he wants. He knows exactly what he wants. And I know oftentimes when people are getting into relationships with whomever, with a female or with a guy, sometimes the person don't know exactly what they want and the other person does. And what happens is the relationship just doesn't really work out because you're still trying to figure out what you want romantically or in life, period, while the other person kind of already knows what they want. So as they see you progress and they notice that the route you are deciding to go doesn't align with what they're trying to do, then the relationship just doesn't work out. So I really like how Maverick, he navigates through that. And then when he is approaching Hendrix, he is approaching her with, hey, this is what I want. This is how I need my life to go. And I like that. Like, just be straight up. I think with their age, because Hendrix is 40, I think with their age, that's a mature way to approach a new relationship romantically. Like, we are 40. Come in here, sit down, don't touch nothing. Tell me what you want so we can see if I even align with that, because we don't have time to really waste our time. If we're in our 40s, it's definitely time for us to find somebody we want to settle down with, somebody that we can enjoy at least a decade or two while we're still young and vibrant and able to move around and do things before we get old and we're just like chilling, you know? So yeah, I really like this book. So far it's giving me like a 4-star-ish feel. I'm a second chance romance girly, so Before I Let Go is still my favorite in the series, but I can't wait to see how this ends, just to see how I will rank all 3 books. But I definitely love Before I Let Go because it's a second chance romance. And then I also love This Could Be Us, because I love Soledad. I just love to see how she was able to pivot. I think I wrote my best book review on This Could Be Us because I loved seeing Soledad pivot after everything she was going through. I also love seeing how the friends are all intertwined into this book more than the other 2. And I think it's because we're coming to an end of this series. So just bringing them all together in the book more, it's really, really good to kind of close out the series. I love the friendship group. I think this is one of my favorite friendship groups. I really love how supportive they are of one another, though they all lead their own lives, especially with their ages. So I really like that. When I did see Kennedy Ryan at the Black Romance Book Fest, and she was talking about the Netflix series or Peacock, wherever she's supposed to be having a series at, she was telling us how we're gonna get a series about all 3 books. They're gonna all be intertwined. So we're gonna get a series with all 3 characters, and we're gonna get each character's story, but it's gonna be all intertwined. So we'll be able to see all 3 of their stories in each and every episode. And I cannot wait until we're able to see that, because that is going to be amazing. It's going to be really, really good. So yeah, those are my current thoughts while I am reading this book. The plan is to finish this today because, like I said, I'm 80% in. I binge read a lot of this book last night because I made sure I drank a cup of coffee just so that I could get up and read a bulk of it, because it's kind of been a slow and steady. I've been kind of at a slow and steady reading pace all week because, like I said, I am still so exhausted, and this week has just been very, very long for me. So I'm about to go ahead, finish this book, and then once I'm done, I'll be back with my final thoughts. And I'm also going to give you guys a rating for this book because I don't think I'm going to do a reading wrap up for June. I think this month I'm just going to test the waters and give you guys my ratings and final thoughts in each reading vlog. Hey y'all, so I'm just now getting to work, and I wanted to come and bring you guys my final thoughts about Can't Get Enough because I did finish it, and I gave the book a 5 stars. I absolutely loved the book, and then I had to go back and see what I rated every other book in the Skyland series, and I literally gave all the books 5 stars. Now, one thing that I can say is because it's been so long since I read Before I Let Go, I do want to circle the block eventually and reread that one. I just remember it being a second chance romance. I love second chance romance, so I remember loving the book, but I want to go back and read it because I don't remember a lot of it. Like, I can't remember a lot of it, so I want to reread it. But back to Can't Get Enough. So good. Highly recommend. I really loved it. I found myself literally fussing at Hendrix, and the reason why I was fussing at Hendrix while reading the story is because she is so freaking independent, and because she is so freaking independent, she would not let her guard down and find love. Like, she would not allow herself to just rest from work and going hard in the paint and finding love. And I had to keep on fussing at her through the pages, but all for good reason, because I get it. Like, you are that rich auntie, you carry that rich auntie persona, you don't want kids by choice, you are career focused, and you put your career before any relationship, any man, or anything really. And now with your mom being sick, you kind of have to back up a little bit, and then because you're having to back up a little bit to help take care of your mom, this is also the perfect time to fall in love, because you had to take a step back to take care of your mom. And so I feel like she was just a little too independent for me. Like, I loved her character, and I loved her character development as well, but I felt like she was just too independent. And I mean, I was fussing so much so I was talking to my husband about it, because I'm like, I get it. Like, I get it. I get it. Especially when you don't want kids and stuff. You don't have to put you on a back burner. You are always first. I get it. But girl, don't you want some permanent D? Don't you want some permanent D? Like, be for real. So, but I really loved her character development. I loved the book so much. And Maverick, I loved Maverick so much because Maverick knew exactly what he wanted, and he was not about to play games. He was true of his word, okay? Whatever he said, he was gonna back it up with action. So if you didn't believe the words that was coming out his mouth, you ain't got to worry about that, because the actions is coming right up behind it. The word is just a warning, but the actions, here they come immediately, knocking at the door. Like, here I go. This is what I said I was gonna do. We get we get some type of entanglement situation, and if you read the book, you guys already know who I'm referring to, and I don't want to spoil it for those who have not. But we definitely need a novella, a Skyland series novella, focusing on them, probably giving us a little bit of where everybody is now, but focusing on them because they were good. They were really good, and we need a novella for that. Give us, Kennedy, give us a Skyland series novella focusing on that little relationship that started up in the book, because it was good. It was really good. Circling back around to the mixed reviews when the arcs were out and everybody was giving their thoughts and opinions, like, I understood where a lot of people was coming from, and I think I already said this, but I understood why people couldn't get jiggy with Hendrix's character in this book, and it's because the rich auntie persona that she puts on is not what we got in the book. But I think she was a side character in the other book, so obviously will we get her fun side, because why would we get her serious side as a side character? That would be extra boring. Then we would have been talking about how Hendrix's character didn't need to be in this book. I wish she had not even brought her up because she was boring. So I see Kennedy bringing in Hendrix's fun side as side characters in both Soledad and Yasmin's story, and then brought us Hendrix's real story in her personal side in her own book, because we're getting a whole novel about her. So of course it wasn't just gonna be hot girl summer vibes. It couldn't have been. So, like, while I understand people's mixed reviews or their opinions about how we did not get the Hendrix we were introduced to, I understand that, but then you also got to take into consideration that we couldn't really have a hot girl summer book, like full-fledged hot girl summer with no substance, no plot. Like, what would we be talking about? Her working, not wanting kids, but dating, like, ongoing? I don't know. Like, what would her story really be about? I don't know. But I do wish we could have got her fun side just a little bit more in the book. But ultimately, I understood the layer that Kennedy Ryan was giving us of the character, so I'm still giving it 5 stars. Like, I still loved it. I cannot rank the books on which one I love best. I can't. I tried, but I'm always gonna put Before I Let Go first, because it's a second chance romance, and that is my favorite trope aside from found family. So second chance, like, I think everybody, even in real life, deserve a second chance depending on the situation. But yeah, I love the book. Another thing that I really loved in this book is how we got the friend group together, and I think this was the perfect time for me to be reading it, because I finished the book on National Best Friends Day. And one thing Kennedy Ryan does really well in her books is focus on the importance of friendship and how important it is to have those platonic relationships, because we always talk about our romantic relationships and how this, that, and third is happening in our romantic relationship, but we never put emphasis on how important our best friends are, whether they're male or female. We never put the importance on that. And our best friends are usually there through it all, through thick and through thin. They see our happiest moments and our saddest moments. And Kennedy Ryan put some wonderful quotes. She always put a gem in there about friendship, and I love it so much. If you guys follow me on Bookstagram, go look at my most recent post. I posted on Sunday for National Best Friends Day. I put 2 of my favorite quotes, one from This Could Be Us, and then one from Can't Get Enough. I really can't remember any quotes from Before I Let Go, and that's why I really need to reread it. But I put 2 of my favorite quotes about friendship under that post, because Kennedy, she does it, okay? And one thing about this Skyland series, she put emphasis on the best friend relationship, and I really, really loved it. But yeah, those are my final thoughts about the book. I'm so happy that I was able to give you guys these final thoughts, because I'm not sure if I'm going to do a monthly wrap up. So my goal is to continue giving you guys in-depth reviews, opinions, and ratings going forward in my vlogs while I'm reading my books. I am still reading Together. I am 55% into Together. I soft DNF Oathbound, and then I did start another arc. So yeah, I will just continue to give you guys my bookish updates every single vlog, what I've been reading, what I got going, and so forth. I hope you guys really enjoyed this vlog. If you did, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Say hey girl, hey in the comments, and until next time, ta-ta.